Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and today we're going to talk about 5 things maybe you didn't know about Venus in the 8th house. You guys got it? Venus in the 8th house. All right, here we go. Straight into it. For those who don't know, I used to teach astrology, and I might start teaching again. But anyways, here we go. Number 5, Venus in the 8th house. Leave your keywords in the description, but comment section, whatever. The 8th house is about money. Okay, check this out, guys. Like, this is a serious house here. The 8th house is about money, sex, death, power over others. All right, the 8th. Oh, let me show you guys the 8th house here. So, this is what Venus in the 8th house looks like. And this is, it opposes the 2nd house. And the 2nd house is like my stuff. Right? This would be like my stuff or my money. And this is our stuff, our money, you know, our things, shared resources and stuff. And that's the deal. And we're talking about this area over here today, the 8th house. Okay, here we go again. The 8th house is about money, shared resources, right? Other people's money, sex, definitely, death, power over others, results of legal affairs, right? 7th house is legal battles, open legal battles. The 8th house is the result of the legal battles. All right, an inheritance, obviously. Divorce, obviously. Cheating in relationships, super obviously. Possible imprisonment, and test of loyalty. Here we go. You guys ready? Venus is all about, you guys ready? Come on, let's get down to it. Venus is all about shopping, yeah, and all the sexy fun that happens before, during, and after a trip to the mall. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Number 5, once more. Before we get to the sexy fun stuff, right? 8th house about sex and death and all that stuff. Before we get to that stuff, you guys need to know this. Number 5. For real, again, these guys can be chaotic, all right? A little bit out of control. Chaos. Chaos tends to follow these guys. Even though Venus smooths things over, Venus kind of adds an easy element to the chaos. So watch out. This, all right, number 5, this is a very seductive and potentially destructive placement in the wrong hands. The 8th house, remember, death, destruction, endings, transformations. They are always in some kind of flux and not always stable. Think Scorpio, right? Constantly tearing things down, endings and beginnings. Now, just like Scorpio, if there's no chaos, these guys will create it. So be careful. Sexy, fun, chaos. Got it? Watch out. 5. These guys cause chaos. Next. 4. Okay, I'm telling you guys, this is a really dangerous placement. It can lead to the untimely death or a long sickness with your mother. Seriously. Yes. Serious. Okay, be careful. Next. This part of the chart, right? The 8th house over here. This part of the chart, right? Like this has to do with your health, those parts of the chart, especially when they combine. All right, that's not what we're talking today. It's not what I wrote down. Okay, this part of the chart is also one of the health houses, so to speak. So if Venus is here, right, if Venus is here, Venus is not always good, right? There's a negative side to it and a positive side to it. So if Venus is in the 8th house, you can have a lifelong illness that's constantly misdiagnosed, or you're sick and the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with you. All right, you guys got that? This is something you should watch out for. Number 4, if you have Venus in the 8th house, you might get sick. Your mom might be sick, or you might have a lifelong illness of sorts. Watch out for it. And they can't figure it out. All right, number 3, you guys ready? Let's talk about the pink elephant in the room and who wants to shag. Yeah, Venus in the 8th house is a placement where, you guys ready? Self-worth, that's Venus. So, keywords, right? Write them in the comment section. Self-worth is Venus. Is connected to sexual and monetary power and conquest, which is other people's stuff, the 8th house. I'll say it again. Venus in the 8th house. Self-worth is connected to sexual and monetary power and conquest. These guys can be very charismatic, very, very, very charismatic, attractive, and absolutely magnetic. They are super sexual. These guys seek a type of adrenaline rush from financial conquests and intimate and professional relationships. So once again, these guys seek a type of adrenaline rush from financial conquest. The key word here is conquest, other people's stuff. Financial conquest, sexual conquest, intimate and professional relationships. Once again, it's not just sexual conquest, obviously. This is not unless it's in Aries. It's about power over others. All right, so be super careful. These guys aren't just ready to go. They're looking for some sexy, fun trouble. Next. All right, so that's number 3. Watch out for it. These guys can be very predatory. How much time? Oh, we've got time. These guys can be very predatory, so watch out. Next. Okay, recap. Did I do number 2 yet? Oh, number 2. Number 2, obviously cheating in relationships. That's a lock. Okay, so like you guys need to know this. Like, why? All you guys keep asking to make videos, and they all tend to be of people who cheat in relationships. Number 2, obviously cheating in relationships. It's not only a lock, it's something that I actively look for when I'm at the gym. When I'm checking out soccer moms at the gym. Lock. Next. I don't even ask. I just look for the ring, and I know. Next. Okay, recap. You guys ready? You guys don't know what happens when Sunny goes to the gym. I eat chocolate bars and I look for people wearing wedding rings. Next, recap. These guys are, Venus in the 8th house, are sexy, obviously, seductive, obviously, manipulative. I don't know if you knew that. They're definitely manipulative. They have very, very beautiful eyes. The seductive man. The 8th house, the Scorpio stare, right? Very beautiful eyes. They cheat in relationships. They get divorced. They inherit money for sure. Win legal battles. They share resources. So people are always paying for them and they're always paying for others. All right, this is kind of a money house thing. You can also spend a lot of time, right? These guys, one of the phrases here is they spend a lot of time living in someone else's house, so to speak. So whatever that means to you, that means like living in someone else's property, house, renting, whatever. All right. Although these guys, it technically means living in someone else's house, spending time doing it, these guys can and often do inherit property. Okay, just letting you know, these guys often inherit property. All right, next. They can be sick, right? Venus in the 8th house, these guys can be sick. They absolutely attract death, okay? They attract death. Everyone dies around them. They have a fondness for the occult. Maybe they see and speak with dead people. If it's in Libra, then possible imprisonment. If in Taurus, Libra, or Pisces, they probably not going to get married, and they might have urinary problems. Okay, it burns when they pee. All right, enough. Here we go. This isn't about stuff you already know. The number 1 thing you did not know about Venus in the 8th house. Here we go. Here's the action. Despite all of the cheating in relationships, despite all of the divorce stuff, despite all of the sneaky bitch stuff, you know, despite all of that, you know, doing the money thing, paying, whatever, despite all of that, the sickness, despite all of it, these guys, right? Venus in the 8th house. These guys will be tested at some point in their lives. Yep, very sincerely. There will be, and I have it written down right here, there will be a great test of loyalty at some point in their lives, requiring a sacrifice. Maybe your time, it might be your money, you might have to take care of some people for a big part of your life, but I'll say it again. There will be a great test of loyalty at some point in their lives requiring a sacrifice. There you go. These guys will be called upon for a great sacrifice and a test of loyalty. That's the action. If you knew all of that stuff, if you already know all that stuff, and go away. If any of that stuff is new to you and you want to learn more about astrology, subscribe to the channel, tune into some of the live streams, and if enough people like this video, then I'll make another one. Leave it in the comment section. Tell me which one you want to do next. And that's the action from TheSunnySide.net. I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the best of a super, super amazing week, day. Have fun, guys. and I'll see you guys soon.